Okay. I think I retrieved it. Yep, this is a new one. Let's see if everybody can hear us on this. Let me pull it up. I've got to pull my chat up on the computer then.
Listen, I hate to tell you this, but it sounds I'm waiting for you again.
Are you serious?
I'm deadly serious. It's not. Don't seem to be connected.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me try one thing. Manage. I think I can delete these from here. Yep. I'm going to delete.
They can hear us. Guys, can you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear us, please? It don't matter about the picture. Don't get too concerned about seeing us. Just put a 1 in the chat if anyone can say us good afternoon and welcome. It's Pam Pam and Ginger live on Ginger's channel. Ginger, go.
All right, hold on, because I can't see chat yet. I'm still trying to delete all these other lives so that people don't take that string.
Afternoon, guys. How's everybody? Did you have a good weekend? Yeah, woo! Yeah, we didn't. We didn't have a good weekend. We had lots of strange things happen to us. It was like being in the Twilight Zone.
Yes, it was.
You guys will know all about that because that's YouTube. There's so much gorgeousness and sexiness going on here at the minute. We just can't help these cyber attacks. But today we're going to talk about it. You can't hear me too well. That's okay because I am a guest. It's Ginger's Live, so I'm a guest. So just turn up your hearing on your hearing aids. And if that don't work, I'll try and lip read in your mind through telekinesis because that's the way it works on YouTube. In your mind. You're supposed to know things that you don't know. Woohoo! Who told us about that? No one did.
Okay, I've got
you hear me loud and clear. Great.
There we go. Oh, now I've lost my chat. There we go. Okay. Well, it just took us a little while. It only took us 40 minutes. And
it took you 40 minutes, not me. It took you.
It is a blank screen, and I'm sorry. I stayed up all night. I had some challenges, but now this morning it's not working. So I had the screen all set up, and this is the best that I can do. So you either get the picture with no sound or you get sound with no picture. But we have things we want to talk about, so that's more important than the picture, I think.
Okay, good.
Let's see. One thing, it may help them be able to hear better, but I don't want to burst their eardrums. Although I would like to on some, but...
Yeah.
Can you hear Bam any better now?
Okay, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Don't worry about the picture. That's okay. With the amount of gorgeousness and sexiness going on here, I don't think it would be wise for us to have a picture as well. Just might cause too much blow-ups on the internet. Okay, Ginger, they can hear us. Do you want to rock and roll then? Do you want to take it away?
Yeah, I want to take it away. I've been waiting several months to say what I need to say, and since that ACD seems to take his lives and say what he says about everybody else, I have something I want to say. And I'm going to read it off because I wrote some things down. But I sent him an email. Didn't get a response. I sent him a second email. And I asked him to stop mentioning me in his lives or even describing me in his lives. I asked him to have his hate group stop threatening and harassing and abusing me and everyone else, and that I would not mention his name or their name again. I would completely stop, because now it has gotten to the point where cyberbullying is so completely out of hand. I had 3 emails this morning of various people emailing me. They were so upset.
Okay, Ginger, we've lost you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. You said you've had 3 emails this morning, various people, and then you broke up.
Yeah. Can you hear me? So I had 3 emails this morning of various people, and one lady, it's affected her personal life, her children. The other 2 are up in arms. They're being attacked all over the place. This is just 3 from this morning. This has been going on. And, okay. I may lose you in and out for a second because I've got to pull this up. So I was going to read to you what he said. It's reconnecting. Okay. I shouldn't be buffering anymore. But it looks like I am.
Okay, I think they've got us. Guys, can you hear us? Can anybody hear us? We're back. Go ahead, Ginger. Carry on.
All right. So the email that I sent to him asking him that, he responded to me and he said, basically when he responded to me, I was advised to send him that to ask him to stop what he's doing. And by him responding to me, he acknowledged receipt of that email. His response was, once the gang stalking of crime channels stop by your united team, I'll stop. Close TP now and it's over. The police have the report and legally have to act. Just because it's me, Just because it's me, they're slashing doesn't make it okay. Are they blind? YouTube is acting. The UK police are acting. It's beyond a game. Stop now. As for you and your big part of it, get off SM. I'm gonna address that later. Save yourself. We have an attorney on you in the USA to prove that. I'm informed about all your name changes, and while I leave it there, you have a choice. You can retract. You can't retract use of emails to other creators. Yes, I have them. Stop the cyber gang, and it all stops. We know all about Dehan in Norway, and he went on to say offensive things about him. So
did he not spell it Denham? Because that's what I read it as, Denham, and I was thinking, well, who the hell's Denham?
Yeah, but I knew who he meant because I know the way he talks or spells.
Don't matter if that goes down on a warrant, that's invalid.
A different Wi-Fi and see if that helps. My screen is buffering, but my phone, which I am streaming by, is not buffering.
Okay, you're back.
I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna let this Wi-Fi stop what I have to say and stop what everyone else has to say today. It's not gonna happen. If I have to keep going for the next 5 hours, everybody just has to come and go. So anyway, it took me twice to receive that response, which was proof of his acknowledgement. Instead of stopping what he did, he went live and he went on the biggest rant yet about me and Photography Today, spewing his lies about both of us, our reputation, and I'm sick and tired of calling myself, actually I'm sick and tired of him calling us and thousands of other people who have different opinions about him gang stalkers, terrorists, haters, trolls, countless other disgusting names. No one I know has stalked him or his team, but he has created a stalker for Bam and myself. And then there's been many others that have been stalked and harassed. One particular person who's not done anything other than, show support. He says that by us going on those channels, we're showing them support. Well, you know what? If the support that I'm showing is towards a belief that I have, and I'm not bullying or bashing, you're damn straight I'm gonna be on there. It's my choice. Nobody tells me who I'm gonna watch, who I'm gonna engage with, and who I'm gonna support. That's just bottom line. So I'm not finished. So anyway, so he created the stalker for us and others through his hate group, where they allow his group to post threats, photos of others, bullying, cyberbullying us. The threats have been off the chain, and one of his main moderators said that I'm lying. I'm lying. Okay. If I'm lying, then it must be someone else, just magically putting her admin and the other admin's little symbol by their name, and they're laughing and carrying on because the biggest threats I've had, they are on that thread, backing them up. So anyway, there's a difference between those of us who didn't want to see him exploit a certain case anymore. Any more his actions and that of his team, they're completely unacceptable. I'm sick of it. Towards the victims, their families, and even the neighbor. Actually, that's two neighbors. Give me a break. Anyway, so every single one of us has tolerated it. Every single one of us. You went on your live and you said, because you didn't like thousands of people coming together, that because we all came together, we're automatically a gang or gang stalkers. And you like that term gang because you didn't want to see a gang of spanners on your channel. So you wanted to rotate us out. So that's not the first time I've heard that word gang come out of your mouth. So if anybody wants to talk about gang anything, it will be you gang reporting us and abusing that tool, and your subs who rush to defend you because they want to defend you and they don't check the facts first. So they just go out and they abuse that by reporting every comment, every channel, every creator, just mass reporting. I'm shocked that YouTube has allowed this. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. We've taken all the abuse that we're going to take. That's it. I'm done. You're not going to get any more views from us mentioning your names, any more pity money, because that's what you do. Your super chats, that's how you make your money. That's what you said. Well, no more. You're not going to get any more from us because after today it stops. You're not worth my time or energy anymore. You have affected my personal life and you have affected my YouTube, the time that I've been on YouTube. I don't have multiple names. I had my natural maiden name, and then I had my married name of 17 years, and I am now remarried. That's all I have. So if you're paying a U.S. attorney that I haven't even heard from, you better pay him some more money or find a different one because he's not doing a good job. I'm not doing this anymore. Myself and Mom, we're just not going to do it. And lastly, I was going to say, a man is only as good as his word. And by witnessing your behavior, man is not what comes to mind for me. I'm done with it, and I'm done with his lion hate team and his hater group too. It's gone on long enough, and it's gonna stop today.
Yeah, I'm sick of it too. I'm sick of it. Like, this UK police are acting bullshit. They're not. There's the UK police are not doing anything about YouTube. Okay, the UK police have got a lot more crimes to solve than worry about YouTube, all right? So forget about the UK police. Stop putting the UK police into your own disgusting narrative, okay? Because the UK police are nothing to do with this, right? This is a fact that some people didn't get on and we disagreed. We did what we did. We called out what we did and we left it. I've left it after that, but you guys can't leave me. Spam this, spam that, spam the other. I'm sick of being the target of obsession for people that I am not in the slightest bit damn well interested in. I'm sick of it. You know, if I don't invite you into my life, it kind of means that I don't want anything to do with you. You know, if I say hello to you on YouTube, that don't mean that I'm inviting you into a friendship. You know, so if you get your ass burnt because I don't show you a gobload of attention, I'm sorry about that, but that's just me. You know, it's like back off and leave me and my family alone. Calling us a terrorist. We're terrorists. Work out this. How are we terrorists? This is what I would love to know. How I am a terrorist. How do I fit into that? Well, I've not said a damn thing about this guy for weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gotten out of control. And I think because some of us have, at first he's like accusing me of going to all these channels being a cheerleader. Well, you know what? I am cheerleading for what I believe in, and I believe that what he did went far beyond reporting a case, far
Yeah,
beyond.
did.
And he's in denial if he wants to say, it's about freedom of speech. He wants his subs to believe that. It is absolutely not about freedom of speech, not for me. And I don't believe it's about that.
Freedom of speech isn't accusations, Ginger.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech doesn't cover accusations, false allegations, and accusations.
No,
freedom of speech doesn't cover that.
Freedom of speech doesn't cover hate speech either.
Yeah.
And other things. And by the way, he doesn't even have the First Amendment there. So forget his freedom of speech, okay?
We have malicious communication, though.
Okay.
We do have that.
Well, I give you that. I give him that. But here's the thing. I am not for attacking anyone's freedom of speech whatsoever. In my personal opinion, is that when you go far beyond that and you exploit the victims, and now have done that with the families and the neighbors, I have every right to feel the way I do, and I have every right to join anybody's channel and support them in our beliefs. Do I support cyberbullying? Hell no. Do I support bashing and trash talking? None of that. And out of the 9,000 screenshots that you seem to have gotten, and I guarantee you it wasn't off your channel, so I wonder who the person is that's gang stalking. Not one of them is going to come up like that. There was a few where I had to go at his head moderator, but that was how I felt. It's not about me being twisted and bitter. This has turned into something that, change needs to happen. And my personal, I guess you want to call it a platform, is that, I want to see change in that creators cannot cross social media platforms so that they can leave one to avoid their rules and regulations to go to another to dox, bully, harass, whatever else they're doing, because that's what they're doing. And so, yeah, it may be a difficult task, but I think it would be great to have one set of guidelines and rules when it comes to just that. Across the platform, just that. As far as the channels go, I have gotten so much hate since being more active on Bam's channel. And I want to say something about that. When you're going through what you're going through, and I have been through a lot, all of us have been through a lot, to have a creator or a channel support you publicly, that usually means their subs support you as well. And it's a little bit more comforting to know that you have all these extra people and all these extra channels that are out there having your back. So when people are lying about me and they're bashing me and they're calling me two-faced and they're calling me all these things, it makes a difference for me. I don't have a thick skin, but I'm about to shed my thin skin, and because I'm being forced to do that, and that's not what I want. Bam has been very kind to me. She has been very protective of me. What you see on live is not who I see behind the scenes. And I'm not saying that she's a fake or phony. It's just that I see that, and I see also a different side of her. Okay? But all of this hate and bashing, there are so many things going on behind the scenes that not even a quarter of you know. You have no idea. And I have a history to back up what I'm saying. You have no idea. So all these people, and I've seen several alt accounts, this pisses me off to no end. Okay? Because to have an alt account and you go in there and you start bashing somebody and you calling me two-faced, and then you said something about Team Phoenix has this or that on me and they're going to show it on the 24th. Yeah. All I can say is I just don't think that they publicly would do something like that. I'm going to leave that there for all of you to stew on, because I'm not here to, call anybody out, and I can't prove some of these alt accounts, although I have an idea who they are, and I think it would be highly frowned upon if they knew who it was. But that's all I'm going to say. Here's my thing. If I am two-faced or I am a bad person for going on Bam's channel if you notice, I'm not always present. There's, as someone said, I have a gaggle of kids being rude. I have 4 kids. I'm in and out and in and out. There are things that I listen to on there, and you may not see me comment, just like with any other channel. Do you honestly believe I would stay on a channel that is going to go after, freedom of speech or whatever else their I wouldn't say agenda, but whatever their platform is? No, we all go on channels. We didn't all agree with what a certain ACD said, but we all were there. So my thing is that if I choose to watch this channel, and I used to feel pressured into not engaging, I absolutely didn't, because I surrounded myself with toxic people and I did listen to their views. So did I go to defend them and talk badly about BAM? I absolutely did, because I felt that they were my friends, and so of course I wanted to defend them. And it reminds me of the other situation with that certain uh, armchair detective. It reminds me of that situation in a way. But after a while, I saw the light and I saw that it was daily and it was just negative and it was constant and it never stopped. And every conversation turned back to BAM. And I couldn't do it anymore. It was so negative. And then as soon as I ended that toxic relationship, a video went up about BAM and I being we're drama. We're starting drama. So you know what? I confronted it on the comment section, and I got bashed for that. And all of that was a complete lie. And so all I was going to say is this: those people were fine with it when they were one of her wrenches. They were fine with everything. One of them even said, "We bow down to the feet of BAM."
Oh,
That's what she
God.
said.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly. And then once they were gone, everything changed and it became a vendetta. And it was a vendetta to get BAM and get BAM. And for a little while, I was there. I was buying the story and they were my friends. And BAM and I have discussed all of this, every bit of it. So, no, I wasn't always
Yeah.
a nice person about her. But
But I don't care about that.
we have moved past that. And I've
See,
admitted to my wrongs. We've moved past that. And my whole point is this: several people have been told they're not allowed to comment on certain channels by more than one channel. Okay, it's not a particular channel, but more than one channel, and they've even gotten on to certain people for liking my comments or whatever. That's that's just childish. It's childish, and there's always two sides to the story. So all I can say is if you think you know the story, they probably didn't share the whole thing, because it would be damn incriminating if they did. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to feel pressured anymore. If I want to go onto a channel, I'm going to go on that channel. If I want to engage, I'm going to engage. And if I want to support, I'm going to support that channel. It's my choice. And if you're going to, if you're going to condemn someone for doing that, then you're absolutely no different than some of the other channels we know. And that's all I've got to say
exactly.
about that. Bam, I don't know if you want to add to that.
Well, yeah, I do. Here's what I want to say is, right, I'm not here to provide free entertainment for anyone, all right? And I don't mean you guys that are in the chat watching us, I mean the weirdos that are lurking, right? I'm not here to provide you with free entertainment, right? I'm not an entertainer. And I've got no interest in being an entertainer either. We did what we said we were going to do. That's what my channel did. We proved what we had said about AD all along, about the copyright infringement. But basically, I said I thought he was exploiting the tragedy for his own pocket, right? Now, scamming, that word's popped up a bit. So scamming means taking money under false pretenses. So was he doing that? I really don't know. I haven't looked into that too much. People throw that at me as well. And it's like, yeah, providing free entertainment isn't scamming. But here's another thing that I want to say, right? I don't throw people off the channel unless they have to be thrown off. I let people come in and say what they need to say. And I did what I said I was going to do, right? I did that. if people don't agree with the way I did it and what have you, I still got the result in the end. I don't ask permission from anyone to do anything. If you don't like the way I do things, don't watch me.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry, Bam. Kim Wilkin. Never heard TP badmouth anyone. I have heard certain behavior mentioned as going too far and called out for it. I also go on any channel I please and don't jump to anyone's tune. I just wanted to say, I didn't say it was TP's channel. I didn't say TP publicly badmouthed anybody. I just wanted to address that. And little Chrissy, when she's done talking, I wanted to talk to you about the new people coming in as well. I'm sorry, Bam. I just wanted to let her know.
No, it's fine. It's like I was saying, if you don't like what I'm doing, you don't need to watch me. I don't require anybody's permission to come on YouTube. And if there's one person that wants to watch my live streams, I'll put them up from time to time. But I'm done with the ACD. I am finished with it. Now, whether you like that or not, I don't care. I'm not going to go on and on and on about what he did in the past, because that is brilliant, right? If he wants to talk fairy tales now and spin them round and what have you, I don't like it. Am I going to be letting my grandchildren, when they come along, watch it? No, I'm not. But I'm not going to go after him for doing what he's doing now. It's a free platform. And until we are required airtime licenses, everybody has got a right to go on there, as long as you're not making false accusations, abusing people, and just doing your own thing, minding your own damn business. I've said it 100 million times, and I'm going to say it again. I'm not here to make friends, right? I don't want to make friends. You need to understand that. Yeah? I'm here. I did what I said I was going to do. I did it. If you've got your ass burnt by getting thrown out of the channel, then you should have behaved in a different manner. You wouldn't have got thrown out. But stalking me and being obsessed with me, and it's only going to make you ill in the end. It's not going to make me ill, because I sleep fine. I eat fine. I don't care. I don't care about what miseries are going through. I don't care how much attention you try to get from me. You'll never get any. So what I'm saying is, I did what I said I would do. Now leave it, because I will not be visiting the past, Don't look backwards, you're not going that way. I say that all the time. And I'm sorry if some people feel let down. Like, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? I got exhausted doing all that. Don't have good health. I've got a family of my own. I've got my pets. I've buried my dog. There's a lot of things going on in my life at the minute that I need to be looking into, and at those, I don't want to be on every night fighting with an elderly man. Right? And as for his mods, they're like, bam, 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 bam. Get over it, ladies, because I ain't never going back. So, you are the ones that are looking like bullies. And trust me on this, right? If you do somehow manage to go around with your fake, threats and your fake death threats and whatever else, because nothing that we ask for is ever forthcoming to prove either valid or otherwise. If you do manage to go around to the cut shop with all of that bull, right, they're going to look at you, because you guys are the ones that are posting and going on about us non-stop. We stopped, and as I say, I'm not going backwards. I'm done with it. I won't be going back again. So go ahead. Go on, Ginger.
Somebody, Donkey, you were asking me about Solange, and I can't. You said Solange.
I put her out.
Well, I don't know Granny Fanny, and I'm telling you guys, I don't have a reason to lie. Bam is not Granny Fanny. It's not.
No,
everybody.
I don't know who it is.
But somebody is saying that it's Gadget Inspector and all these people. A lot of people are being accused of it.
Know when it's me.
Yeah, but I don't. I don't know what to tell you. There's an email address on one, or there was on one of his videos. Email them, but I can't. The thing is that I'm seeing people say because she likes a channel or she's agreeing with that channel or whatever. it may be a particular thing she's agreeing with in that video. We've all been on there. Not all, but some of us have been on there. It doesn't
But
mean
it's my business, Ginger. I can go wherever I like.
Thank
You know,
you.
it's up to nobody else where I go. And how rude. I've just spoken about my family. So what, are people being abusive to my family? Are you trying to say that I abuse my family by neglecting my family when I'm needed?
To run another
Because
channel.
I've said, you know, if I wanted to say all that stuff, I'd put my own live streams up. You know I'm not afraid of controversy. So why would I need to pretend to be a Russian dude? Get a grip of yourselves. When is you see the next one that says that, you're getting banned and you're not even going to be acknowledged by me or any of my mods ever again. Right? I've told you once, I'm not going to tell you again. Finish with it.
I've seen the comment section on that Granny Fanny channel, and I have been a part of some of it, but it's so absurd. Some of those people are leaving there and they're leaving things on my channel. They're trying to stir issues between me and a. Okay, hold on. We were buffering. I think we stopped. My thing is when somebody tells you that gossip, email me, ask me. And aside from that, other than that, just consider your source. Consider who's telling you this before you know. We're all guilty of doing that. Are we buffering again?
If you don't like them, don't watch them.
I mean,
don't need, instead of sitting there like the YouTube police.
Well,
let's question these people about going into his channel. Who do they think they are? We can go anywhere we like.
Well, some of the subs of that certain armchair detective may feel the same way. My thing is that we do. Little Chrissy said, "What about all these new people? All the older groups of people? Everybody's burned out, and it seems that a lot of stuff has changed for the positive. There is still a lot of bad, but for the victim's family." They have a team, of attorneys, and they have all the support of a lot of good people and their well wishes and prayers. And so my point is, if he's not talking about that case, and he says it's his freedom of speech, I'm not even going there. It's never about freedom of speech for me, because if it were, then to be honest, he's reporting everything that we're doing and their team, and they're taking our freedom of speech away. Even if there's no swear words or, things like that. Report. I mean, isn't that exactly what he's doing? Everything that he's named, they have done.
It's abuse of the report. And I was under the impression that whenever the Article 13 came into force, all of this was going to be stopped. He went offline for a week.
In a second. Okay, I'm sorry. We were buffering. We're good.
That's okay. It's not so much him. It's the people that support him and his mods. They're the ones that want to keep this going because it gets bigger views in there. And it also gives them somewhere to vent their spleen.
Well, he also wants to keep it going. Because even in that email with me saying that's it, it's not that I'm some special person. I'm just saying, when I specifically asked for them to stop, and it's gone too far. This is spilling out into people's lives outside of social media. He came right on with the meanest rant he has ranted yet.
And tell them what happened on Saturday night. Tell them what happened to you on Saturday night. So late Saturday night.
Saturday night, all of my videos, my last 4 videos that I reported on him or that were about him, all of those comments are gone. The comments on my, and yeah, I know, when you put it on private, those do go, you lose your comments, but you put it on unlisted or public and you retrieve those. And I have proof because there are specific videos that all of the comments are gone from. And then there are other videos that aren't involved in any of this stuff, and every single one of them, the ones that I put on private, so these were not my mods that did this, they didn't have access to my private list, my private videos, and then it turned into my community post that happened to be about his rant, and all of those comments kept disappearing as well. So Since we did have an active threat from someone saying that they were buddies with IT guys, I don't care if it was a lie or not. He said it. So it's been turned over to the police in his area, and they said if it crosses borders, it will go straight to the FBI. And it's not about somebody left a smart ass comment on my channel. Get over yourself. Deleted comments are not a crime or not a cyber crime. It's not about being into myself. You know, if we had an active threat and then Bam's comments started disappearing on her same community post that she posted about
Yep.
that rant, you know, when you do things like that, that's illegal. You know, I could go on,
Yeah.
I could pull out what the laws are, but I don't really need to do that because if you don't know and you're old enough to school yourself, you don't need me to school you.
Yeah, and these people saying that, well, this guy isn't this, and it's this, and this isn't going to happen. And I said this wouldn't happen. How do you know? How do you know? What are you, a mind reader?
Yeah.
You've got telekinesis, you know, powers that go through countries to get into somebody else's brain, and you know what they're going to do. Because I don't know what I'm going to do when I go downstairs. You know, I could make a cup of tea or I could fall flat on my backside. I really don't know. So anybody that's got this wisdom that knows exactly what someone else is going to do and, you know, exactly who they are by tracking them on social media, you know, because I don't care how much hours you spend in social media, right? Anybody could have a fake profile, you know, what they're saying there doesn't happen to be exactly what's going on in their lives. So instead of saying, well, I've said that nothing's going to happen, keep it. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Don't tell me, because the only person that you can really trust is yourself. You don't know what someone else is going to do. And if some dude is threatened, then I'm going to take that seriously.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it seriously.
You know, I also wanted to address that well, Photography Today is saying that his phone was compromised last night. So, I mean, this has just gotten ridiculous. And
You see?
all I can say is we are not responsible for other people's actions. We're not.
That's
now,
right.
now, if you go, you know, in my state, if you're driving the car and someone robs someone with a gun, yeah, you're going to be held accountable. But on here on social media, just because we're on one person's channel doesn't make us wrong. You know, it would be different if it was some extremist channel. It's not. It's about
It's comedy.
it was for a common cause. We all believed in one thing and we came together. And you know, she was talking about new people coming in. To be honest, I see a lot of people circulating. I see a lot of people on his chat, and then they come and say, "Oh, I've left him." You know, I've left him, and then I see them on other channels, and then the next thing you know, I see him in his chat again. So we're not blind to this. We do see people that are stirring the pot, and it's up to the channels and to the subs who have been the long following subs to know who it is you're following and the reason that you're following them and if they're trustworthy or not. But if you're gonna hate me because I'm going on different channels, you know, to be honest, then that's fine. I don't need that kind of support. I don't want that kind of thing in my life. That's a dictatorship. I'm looking now.
Yeah.
The thumbs down keeps going up. Y'all are proving my point. You're just proving my point. If he wanted this to stop, he knew that the first domino could have been that, but he chose to knock that domino down and go right on a rant about it, which proved to me he does not want this to stop because he knows he's getting views and he's getting pity money, and he is not really doing content. The other channel, I really don't. It's none of my business. I'm not even concerned about that. You know, I really just want all of this to change and to stop with the hatred that's going on. It has gone too far, and it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like I said, I haven't even really been on much recently. And I'm not here to do a job for people. You know, that were never, ever my intention. I came on and I was angry because he had used mine and Cindy's work and terminology verbatim. Okay, I didn't like that. and it blew up to where it blew up, right? You don't. I have said all along, I'm not afraid to say things, and people might not agree with me, but when I'm the captain of my ship, I can do what I want. So
Yeah.
if people don't like where I'm going, then that's fine. But whenever you're here and you're paying my bills and you're looking after my son and you're hoovering up and emptying the cat litter and saying to the rats and what have you, then you may request an audience with me to tell me what you think of my behaviour.
So
Up until then, no.
Penelope
No.
just asked if he wants TP closed down, why isn't he attacking him? Are you kidding me? What twilight zone have you been in? Because he thinks that, they're the mother nest and that all these little channels came up because of them. That's not right. We are all individual channels. All of us, we're not connected. We may support one another. We may in the future. We may, in the past. But yeah, they absolutely have been attacked and they're still getting attacked. It's ridiculous. Like I said, you're not seeing everything that we see. You're just not. And I would like to be in that twilight zone. It's probably really hate free.
Yeah, it's basically telling people to mind their own business. And if you don't like what you're saying, you don't have to watch. But this, taking it to the extreme where it is obsession. Let's address the elephant in the room. This isn't normal. This isn't normal. Normal people don't develop these kind of obsessions with complete strangers, right? They don't.
Yeah.
Let's get that out of the way. It's crazy. And I've said a lot of times I'm not responsible for anybody else's health, well-being, mental health, clarity. It's not my responsibility, and I'm not going to let it become my responsibility or my channel's responsibility. If you've been burned, I'm not apologizing. There's a reason for it. Get over it and get on with it.
Well, I've been burned and I'm not over it. I've been burned a lot and I'm not over it, and I'm not twisted and bitter. I'm not talking about that camp. But
I'm talking about the hate.
Yeah, I'm talking about people that I thought were friends, and some of these people that had an agenda, and have really turned this around. It has to stop. I'm not participating anymore. So if you guys want to gossip, knock yourselves out. I'm sorry, we live in the historic district, so the train is coming through. But, Miss Mensa last night had a go at me on Granny Fanny's channel, as a matter of fact. And,
hang on, Ginger, there's someone at my door. Hold on.
Okay, she said that I've been all over social media.
Right.
I have made libelous comments about her, and I have harmed her family by doxing her. The only social media I have is YouTube. I had a private Facebook group that was Facebook. It was a friend and family only. I'd never even spoken out to strangers, like on this kind of platform ever. It was always friends and family. And I'm sure I'm positive I spoke about her in the beginning, like back in December and January. I may have said things here and there. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have Twitch and Instagram and all those other things. I don't have any of that. So if someone is, send me your screenshots. If someone's cloning me or someone is using my name or my picture, then that is identity theft, and I will handle that. But the only thing I said to her on her channel about 2 months ago. That was me to her. That wasn't I didn't say anything on my channel. I didn't go at her on my channel. I had something to say to her, about what she said about a victim, and it really, really bothered me. And so I went to her and I said it to her about it, and I know she got it because my comment was deleted. But anyway, I'm not on social media. He says the same thing. Get off social media. I know who you are. I guess he thinks I'm like this Oz behind the curtain. I'm not. I'm not running any show. Neither are the rest of the channels. We're all individuals, and Photography Today, I don't want to speak for you, but I'd like to say that he didn't like the fact that what your platform stood for. So he took that mask and he turned it into something horrible. something you don't call people, and you definitely don't. Someone said Homeland Security's involved. Well, I'm gonna tell you, if Homeland Security's involved, we need to discuss our taxpayers'
Well,
money,
that's
because if they're
totally
on
right.
YouTube, and here's my thing, they would check his background and his history and find out who he is, and then they
Yeah.
would leave it alone. That's it.
And they wouldn't be allowing you to talk about it. That's the first thing that the law does when you get involved
Right.
with it. They say, do not say anything about this publicly. And the reason for that is in case it goes to court and there's a jury involved and somebody on the jury pool has heard about the case beforehand. It's absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
Homeland Security, my ass.
I mean,
My ass.
it was wrong of him to do that. He still wasn't getting what he wanted. So he took it a
Yeah.
step further with that. And, that mask is simply what the anonymous, and anybody can join that group. Anybody. He's not fake. He is part of the true anonymous. He happened to come out with his name because he felt the need to step out and step out into the light. He doesn't really have anything to hide, and since you felt he did, he went ahead and showed his face. Now, whatever y'all have going from the McCann days, this stuff is carrying over from them. That's between all of those people, and I don't even know who they all are. But I will say this: it's just got to stop. There's so many subs that I really, really like, and I feel that we can't even chat out in public on this forum, because I feel like they're going to get ostracized or shunned or humiliated or embarrassed or beat down or iced out or banned or whatever from whoever's channel. That's just not right. And,
No.
you know,
That's bullying. That is bullying.
yeah, I don't know. But so let's read some of these comments, because we invited everyone here, everyone that hasn't threatened or, doxed us or stalked us, but I want to hear what everybody else has to say, because it looks like this is a big group that we've had since December, and
Yeah.
I want to hear what they have to say. Does anybody have any questions? Do you have something you've heard that we need to address so we can put that to rest? Me too, Photography Today. That was the first time I had heard of him also, December. Welcome, View It True Crime. You guys, thank you, everybody, for coming today. Okay, I want to say something. You see that person that says, I do know, she is not PJ. Whoever is saying that she is, please stop. It's causing her a lot of stress. It's affecting her. So I've spoken to her, and she is not her. So that's a totally different subject. But can y'all please let off of her? She's really been in distress about this. Okay, Photography Today, you were not thrown out of his McCann group. And that was another rumor that was out there, that you had gotten kicked out with him, and that, that's where some of that hate came from. What is the latest on the hacker? Well, you would have to, the hacker on my channel, where he lives, is it buffering? It looks like it's buffering.
Yeah, it looked like it were buffering there for a second.
Okay, anyone can talk to me until I believe you until I believe you have overstepped the mark. Hold on. After that, you no longer have my time or attention. And that's right, no longer have your time or attention. Just don't respond. And if you do, some of us do get pissed off. I mean, that's just how it goes, but it doesn't have to go to the level that it does. And then when you get to that point, you come back with an alternate account. I mean, really.
Yeah. And that shows you that there's something not right. I can't talk on this one, but I can talk on that one.
No.
What's so wrong in someone's life that they've got, with their primary method of communication is by using, social media. Thanks, Griffin. That's like that creeps me out. That really creeps me out. And I don't want those kind of people on my channel. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You know, if people don't like other channels, don't watch them. That's it. You don't tell somebody where they can and can't go.
Photography Today said his family photos were being used by 2 members of the group in question. I mean, you know, and some of these channels that are being accused of some of the things they didn't do, and how can we all be held accountable for what every single channel or creator does because we watched it? We're guilty. Yes, Angelina ATF, it's me, Ginger.
Oh, I found it. Ginger Griffin had one in his room.
Okay, Solange wants to know, why has Bam banned me from your live stream? I love you, Ginger. Why is she gagging me?
Solange, it's because I've got some questions about. I banned you from my chat and I banned you from this chat because I've got a ranch and I took the decision to ban you. I've got some questions about your loyalty, and that was why we got rid of you off our channel.
I personally haven't, had any run-ins with her at all, and you're not banned. We can see you. Now, I know that your comment about Granny Fanny was deleted, but I did mention it, that, you were wanting us to say something about it, but she is not Granny Fanny. On my kids' life.
Let me address this. Right, guys, look, if you're so worried about Granny Fanny, stay away from them. Yeah? Stay away from them. I don't owe anybody anything here, okay? But for all you guys that I love, you know what I've been doing with my time, right? You know what I've been doing. You know why I've been doing it, yeah? I don't need to answer to anybody on here. I don't need to answer to a damn person on here. I've said it before. I'm not going to say it again, right? I'm not going to say it again. Go and ask him who he is.
I don't know.
Right? Don't point the fingers and blame at me.
Yeah.
And Dino and Gadget. How rude is that? Gadget's got a life. Gadget has a wife. Gadget has children. Gadget has a job. Gadget has a dog. Do you not think that maybe now all the ACD stuff is done, a lot of the people of my team on my channel are getting back to their own lives? Unlike the rest of these people, that don't have lives, so they want to continue with this on social media, and because we're not doing it, it's oh, well, that must be Granny Fanny, or that must be that person. Shut your mouth. Don't talk about me. I'm busy. So's my team. We've all got real lives. We've all got damn things going on in our lives. All right, a channel comes up that I've spoken on a couple of times and he appears to like me. So, don't mean to say that I'm that person. Don't mean to say that that's anybody from my damn team. And we don't owe anybody an explanation on here as to why we're online and why we're not.
Daniel Wiltshire, I'm glad to see you here today. She said, TP do a wonderful job too, and everyone who has helped. I do not understand the divides. Can't keep up, so I left the platform almost altogether. And I think all of us have been to that mental point. That everybody started off on one foot, and that's what happens. They want to divide and conquer. I saw this happen with Education Nation, and I was a part of that. I was opposite of Education Nation. And the whole point is to divide and conquer, drop seeds that would cause doubt and things that we thought were right back then and aren't. I see the divides too, but let me also say what I do see. You came in late, Daniel, so you'll have to catch the beginning again. But there are some toxic people in this whole realm and in our channel community, that are, spreading hate, protecting hate.
Promoting hate.
Yeah, I don't see anybody here knocking TP. I haven't seen one person, but I'm not reading the chat when I'm talking either. So, but yeah, classic war move, divide and conquer. I don't see anyone on here bashing them. But Solange said, yes,
really
and Ginger, where I blocked
we're not interested in talking about them, so there's really no point.
Yeah, I mean, it is not. It's not like that. My whole thing is that the family has great support. There's been so much love for them, and they see that. You know, I told you in my video. Did I question one particular profile? I did. I knew of some things going on behind scenes. I was guilty of that, and I apologized for that. And I made a mistake for that. But I guess I
Okay,
wanted.
wait a minute.
Wait,
Wait a minute.
I wanted.
I'm not gagging anybody, Solange. I don't want to speak to you. Okay, so I put your comment out. That's not gagging anyone. You see, gagging someone, that's putting them up against the wall or something and putting something around their mouth. This is social media, and I removed you a profile and your comment. That's not gagging anyone. Okay, that's removing a profile and removing a comment. That isn't gagging anyone. All right. So remember that, please. We seen you on another channel.
All right,
But we
Solange,
didn't like what you had to
y'all are
say.
causing a disruption, and this is my point. It's, I know you're not liking what she said, but tell her shut up is just going, it's defeating the purpose of being here, okay? I don't want anything. If there's something going on between y'all, then you need to email Bam or her team or Meryl because.
No, she doesn't.
Well,
she doesn't, though. That's what we've said. Once somebody gets put out, that's it, done. We don't look backwards, Ginger. There's no second chances.
You don't have.
We're not there.
You don't have to hate Bam for doing this because I'm banned you from my channel. And I saw what you just said, and I don't need your negativity here. And you know what? That does make me wonder who's doing the dirty work behind that channel, but I'm not going to say anything. All I know is that the person I heard on the phone calling in, the elderly person, they sure are making hip, current videos. My mom's 70 years old and can barely put a contact in her smartphone, but I don't want to go there. See, that's what happens. Hate causes hate, and I'm just not going there. So it is what it is. The whole point is I'm done. I'm done with everything. Whoever wants to start drama, you can just keep on going because I'm not playing into it anymore. I'm so sick of all the alternate accounts. We've had a forensic computer person in, an investigator, identifying all of these harassing alternate accounts. So, we may do a video on that. It will expose a lot of people. A lot of people will be shocked, and then they're going to see why there's so much inner conflict going on.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to take part in the inner conflict. To each their own is the way I see it. Please don't bring hate to my channel. If you do, it's going to be deleted or just move on because I want to go back to doing content, and I'd like to work on the cyberbullying thing for us to try to change the rules and regulations to be the same all for the hate cyberbullying part, not freedom of speech, but that part. I'd like to see us try to make a change with that.
Exactly. And as I say, with Solange, she was fine on the channel until one of my mods, I think, had seen her on another channel, and whatever it was it wasn't very nice. It wasn't, it was a bit two-faced. And I said, well, don't bring it to me. Just go ahead, ban. Put them out. Use your ranch. That's what you've got it for. Now, that's Solange, and there's one with the Chinese, right? I don't know if they're both exactly the same person.
From my understanding, there's two profiles. There's two, and
right.
So one is anti a certain armchair, and one is pro Mensa. There's two accounts, and
right.
So
both of them are banned from mine. Both of them's gone. But you see, Solange, that's why. You see the way you reacted? You obviously reacted like that around one of my mods, and that's why you got put out.
See, Donkey Kong?
You've got to understand. You can't say things like that on a creator's channel or about a creator and expect to get back again.
There was a sudden turn. Somebody's saying, she was lovely when we saw her ages ago in chat, and then there's a sudden turn. And I've noticed that too. And the person that was there in the beginning is not the person that is there now. And from my understanding, there are two accounts. I can't speak on that. And to be honest, I don't care. I just don't. I don't care anymore. But you're not gonna come on my channel and insult another creator that I have on here just because you have a problem with her, and then you tell her to, drop the F bomb. When we're sitting here
Mm-hmm.
trying, it's not about peace treaties and somebody leaving those smart aleck comments that we're all backstabbers and this and that. No, we're just done. We're just done with it. It's ended. He's not talking about certain cases, and
That's right.
that's what everybody wanted. So why is it still going on?
Exactly, Ginger.
Why?
That's it. That's what I've been. That, do you know what? That's the one thing that I've never said. But you see, my guys, I swear to you, they must have been carved out in absolute golden diamonds. My guys, I've got the best subs and the best mods on YouTube. And honestly, even if there's only 5 of them in, that makes like plus 1 million. I love my guys. That's why I still come on and do like.
Well, see, I think I have the best subs, and some of your subs are my subs, and
we share a lot.
Yeah, we do share.
That's what we're going to say. You see, because my lot are so in tune with me, and I'm in tune with them, we don't need to question that. They get it right away. They don't question me. They're like, bam, you know what? Take a break. We're going to miss you. Be sure to come back, but take that break, right? They're brilliant. Is there anything I can do? Do you need anything? Do the rats need any food? And blah, blah, blah. They're lovely. I love them. But that's what you've just said. He stopped. Everybody was up in arms. Oh, he's exploiting this and he's abusing this. And yes, he was, right? Okay, let's be honest. He was exploiting that case for financial gain. He said that himself. Yeah, that was terrifying. But he stopped, right? Okay, he's meddling with fairy tales. I don't like that. Don't like it, but it's not my business anymore.
Mm-mm.
So why are we continuing this? Why is the hate still there against? Why can we? We're not asking for peace. I've never asked for that because I know that there's some people too invested that we're not going to get that from. But why can we not find a way to coexist on here without attacking each other's channels?
Because they feel like that we've gone too far. That's where he was going off the other night. That or his one of his main, I'll just say moderator, okay? But one of the main moderators writes these novels and these books to get it amped up again, and it's how can we move on when you're saying this or that? Well, you know what? That is just it.
But
we
hold
put
on.
We put it down. We dropped it.
Let me butt in, Ginger.
Go ahead.
Let me butt in. I always say when you're the captain of the ship, you can do whatever you want. Alan, why are you letting your mods do this? Because I can promise you this, and you write it down, write it on your wall, and look at it every day. It's not going to be us that gets into trouble, and I can promise you that. We are not allowing people to mention your name or the case's name in our channels or on our WhatsApps, our private. I could pull up mine and Ginger's WhatsApp and it's absolute bollocks. Oh, such and such come in late. I can't find my cough medicine. It's crap. It's nothing to do with you. Right? We're not saying a damn thing about you and we're not letting anybody else stir it up. So why are you letting your mods amp it and ramp it up against us? Why? We aren't biting. But honestly, I've seen this happen on YouTube so many times. People are going to come in and say, well, you guys seem to be the bullies because you're talking about this BAM person, you're talking about this Ginger person, you're talking about this Norman person, and these people aren't here. Why are you talking about them? Trust me, that's what's going to happen. The police aren't going to come anywhere near me. I can promise you that, Alan. I can promise you that. £1,000,000. The police are not going to come anywhere near me. I assure you of that. Is it nepotism? Maybe, might be, or it might be the fact that I've not committed a crime.
Well, and that could be for reasons that she feels that we're not going to discuss on my channel. We're not doing that. I'm done, and really I'm done with it. So even if he continues to go on a rant, because he's going to pull some other things. They will pull other things to get that attention. I'm just not acknowledging it anymore. There's been enough damage done, and these threats and everything else. You better watch them because they could turn around and bite you in the butt. That's all I'm going to say on that. I don't. Karen Welch was asking, well, how's she supposed to know about cloned accounts? You'll know it. You're around these
Click
people.
on them. Click on them if it takes you to the
That's
channel.
what she said, besides a picture. But some of us have been around a little bit enough to know that we've learned how people talk. We learned certain traits about them. And even if you were friends or in communications with them at certain times, and then they start coming at you again, and then it gets to the point where it'll be a different name, but they're still coming at you, and then a different name, and they're still coming at you. You sort of catch on at that point.
Click on the account and it'll take you to the channel. Somebody's saying, why are we not talking about the hacker? Why should we be? Why should we be talking
We've
about
already
it?
addressed it.
Reported it to the police.
So
from now on, it's a police matter. So they'll tell Ginger not to speak about this publicly when they get back to her. So we're not going to talk anymore about it. We don't want to keep ramping it up and amping it up.
Yeah, but I do see some people on here, but I would have liked to have seen some more people on here that I feel like they have something to say, but they're using it through alternate accounts or in other ways. But I just don't care anymore. Hang
on a minute, DPD. No, I didn't. When did I say that? You see, when did I say that? So you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to remove you. Because it's an absolute lie. I did not say that. No, I didn't. We have said that there was attack on channels. We haven't said that we were hacked. I use Apple. You can't hack Apple. Okay? So I've never said that. So don't start lies like that. So for the record, guys, I have not been hacked. There has been an attempt on the channels. And we have reported that to the necessary authorities. That's all I've got to say on it, and that's all I'm going to say on it. Sorry, Ginger, but here's how rumors get started.
Exactly, and that is exactly what happened with that person on Granny Fanny's channel trying to twist things between Team Phoenix and me. And then another person saw it, ran to my channel, and left this big old long thing, a novel on my channel. And is that what you're going to do? And is that what you're going to talk about? No. Consider your source. And, that's how rumors get started. That was my response. So I have not been perfect. I admit it. And everybody falls into that gossip thing. Like I said, I trusted people I shouldn't have. But I am improving daily. And I'm learning daily. And I'm moving forward.
She is, guys. I whip her daily, and I say, drink the BAM tea. It's not Kool-Aid. How rude. It's not Kool-Aid. It's tea.
I've been swigging the bottle.
Tea. Now, here's something I want to address, right? Miss Mensa. Okay? It's another elephant in the room. So let's get this out of the way because of Granny Fanny. And BAM's Granny Fanny, and BAM's this person and that person. And again, how rude. I've got a life. And, when I'm awake, I'm spending most of my time in my life. I know it's hard for some people to understand, but that's the way it works in here. Right, Miss Mensa, okay. Do I support her? No. Do I agree with the videos that she did from the opposite spectrum? Absolutely not. Did I say something about it? Yes, I did. And I apologize. I should have stayed out of it. It was none of my business. She wasn't attacking me, and I shouldn't have said a damn thing. Right now, I've tried to sort that out. I know that all the angst between her and photography today's done. However, last night, she put a comment up about Ginger. And she said, Ginger's caused her problems and gone around saying terrible things and abused her family. So I want to go on record saying this. Miss Mensa, I speak to Ginger practically every day by one method of communication or the other, either by voice telecommunication or by WhatsApp or some other method. And I can promise you, with the length of time I've been speaking to her, God's honest truth, if I'm lying, I'm dying. she has never mentioned you or your family. I couldn't believe what I was seeing last night. I thought, where the hell was this come from? And then I've seen screenshots where, Ginger supposedly attacked your family and what. Well, I can promise you, as somebody that speaks to her regularly, right? She's hyperactive, and she goes from one subject to the other. We could be talking about, shut up. We could be talking about my pet rat, and the next thing she's talking about walking up a hill. And I'm going, how did we get from my rat to up this hill? When did we get there? 1 minute we were at the shops, and the next minute we're going to the school. Where are we? She flies from things so fast. And, plenty of times I'll say to her, will you calm down, call me back, or I'll get in touch with you when you've cooled down a bit. But she has never, ever, ever mentioned you or your family. I don't know where this is coming from. Now, again, consider the source. Could it be a cloned account? Possibly. But I've never heard her go at you. And she said that she said something on your channel once. But I thought, I said something about you once too. But I've never, put videos up about your family or.
No.
Honestly, I don't know where this is coming from, but it's not the Ginger Ninja I know.
No. And I just don't, yeah. I don't even know what to say about that. And like I said, if somebody's saying that they're spreading things all over social media, and he said the same thing, send me the screenshots. If somebody's obviously cloned me, because I'm not on social media. Yes, YouTube is social media, but that is the only platform I am on. And I don't have all these alternate accounts. People think I have all these. I don't. And I don't have time for it. How many lives do I do? People are saying I'm just doing this for money or for attention. If I was doing it for attention, I would be slowly leaking a lot of details that I choose not to do. And it's been, I don't know how many months now. I'm just because I have an opinion that different, I wasn't poisoned by anybody. I felt very strongly about something. And because of that, I became, in his eyes, a terrorist and a troll and a hater and this and that. It is what it is. I know we're being redundant here. So, does anybody else have any big questions that y'all want to knock out? I mean, now's the time.
Yeah, I'd like to address something too about me scamming, right? As I said earlier on, scamming is accepting money under false pretenses. I don't do that. I don't have a Patreon account. I have not entered into an agreement with anybody for them to pay me for any entertainment at all, okay? Very rarely do the super chats go on anymore. And if I was on here for money, don't you think that I would be on every night and roaring and getting on about ACD? Because that's where the big views come. Do you not think I would be doing that? Guys, come on, give me a break. My main priority is my health, right? That's why I've not been on for a while. I've been taking a break because it run me down. Whether you like it or not, I don't have good health. I'm not going to elaborate on that, but take it from me. That's what comes first. It's never been about money and, popularity or anything else. I was doing what I said I would do, and now I've finished.
Yeah.
The best will in the world to all of you, Sarah, but I'm not going back.
No.
I won't be going back.
Yep, I'm not going back either. I'm done. I'm done with it. So it's time to move on in the true crime community on my channel, and start doing what subs and viewers want to see and want to do, and get back to some normalcy here. I just can't. You can't be surrounded by this hate, and people are sending me 20, 30, 40 screenshots a day of who said what, and it is negative. It has worn me down. I've lost sleep over it. I've lost weight, and I got accused of being a big obese person. I'm 5'2", and like 113. Okay, I might have fudged a pound. I might be 114, but anyway, my point is how much can we go on like this? The whole point was I do get why he may have felt the way he did in the beginning, Okay, because that is a lot of what appears to be hate and people judging you and doing all these things. But, you know, you're trying to rationalize with an irrational person's train of
Yeah.
thought. And we, you know, the whole point was is he's not talking about that anymore. And you know,
Yeah, guys,
I
don't
wish the
be
family the
bullies.
best, and I know they have, you know, the best subs, and everybody's done so much, and that was really a beautiful thing to see. It was. I've never seen anything like that on YouTube before. And then Aussie Life made that video, that tribute video with all the creators and subs, you know, sending in their well wishes and things like that. That was just that's one of the best memories I have from this tragic, tragic train wreck. And I'm not talking about the family or the victims or anything like that, but just this whole entire drama pot.
Yeah, it's
Is,
been a train wreck.
yeah, it has been.
And for you guys that, you know, right, some of you can really dislike him and say, I hate him, I hate him. I get that. I really do get that. But we've done what we said we would do. We accomplished that. And he stopped. So by us carrying on, we're just not going to look any good. You know, and all that energy that we've got directing it at him, all it's going to do is jump up the views and jump up the sympathy and what.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's much better if we stop now. Well, yeah. You know,
I don't want to contribute to that. I definitely don't want to contribute to that for sure. So
no.
it's a win-win situation, and it doesn't feel good at all when people talk about you, especially when you're accused of things you didn't do. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I mean, it bothers me, but I can't engage anymore. So if people are smearing stuff, you can't be liked by everybody, and there is no aha moment. It's just not like that. You know, you're not liked by everybody, and it does suck seeing that. But it is what it is. So on my channel moving forward, if you want to comment, by all means comment. I don't care about these channel wars that are going on between certain channels. I'm not part of that. I watch certain people, and I comment with certain people, and I engage on others. It is what it is, and it's what I want to do. I'm 46 years old. I'm grown, and that's my prerogative. If you're gonna judge me because of that, then you just wait. You'll be judged for the same exact thing one day. I promise you that.
Yeah. And as for him, he really does need to get his people in control. You know, the people that say they're supporting you, they might be supporting you on paper, but trust me, the damage that they're doing, that's not support that you want. You know, that really isn't support that you want, because they're trying to keep something going that's going to backfire badly. And it is going to backfire badly. It's never going to be the way it was. That's never going to happen again, where you get massive views, and we all got massive views because we're arguing and fighting. It's not going to happen again, because we aren't going to engage in that again.
But, I do too, the Jewel. You know, I'm sorry.
No, it looks bad on his channel when you've got people writing over and over and over again about bam this and bam that and bam the other. And that goes for any Facebook group or groups or group chats or community pages. Bam this and bam that. I don't have a blind bit of interest in what he's got to say about me. You know, I really don't. I'm done.
I just think there's also, you know, you're going to have people that love you. You're going to have people that like you. There's going to be people that hate you, and it is what it is. And I'm having to come to realize that it is what it is. But with Desiree and Daphne, I want to say I met Desiree back in December, I think it was. And then we had some run-ins on Education Nation, and I had a couple run-ins and have since made amends. But the more I went on there, the more I started learning about their personal lives, and I like these people. I like them and could not feel the need to defend somebody with someone else because they had a different opinion. Because at first, my whole thing is I was defending freedom of speech. How dare y'all attack his freedom of speech? You know, I've been there. I was the one that started that, okay? But it's not that way. And Desiree, I honestly can back you up. And Daphne, I've come to know you as well. I think anybody that knows who you are and they can see um, who you are by your history on here, I think they know that you didn't delete anybody's accounts. Maybe it's hurtful that it hasn't been spoken about, but I don't think anybody believes that y'all did that. I certainly don't. I certainly don't. And I'm not, going to get into it more than that because then it starts getting into people might feel offended for certain things, but I feel offended that you guys are being blamed. And I have seen it a lot of times in chats and nasty comments. Um,
Well, they didn't do
yeah, they
anything.
did. They
They
didn't do
didn't
that.
do a damn thing. And I'll defend them to the end of the day. They did not delete anybody's comments. I don't want to get into this because I've got my own view on this, and it ain't going to be popular.
Well,
But here's what I'm going to say. You leave my mods alone, right? You leave my mods' names out of your mouths. My mods have got no interest in deleting anybody's comments anywhere unless they're on my channel and they're abusive to me or anybody else in the channel. And that goes for anywhere they hold a ranch on. But this crap that they're still being accused of, no, they didn't do that. So I want that stopped.
what comes around goes around, and the last thing I wanted to say is the ones that are stirring things up. There's several that we know who you are already, and that is going to be exposed. Just so you know, everybody will know exactly what you did and how you did it. And it's in our side, it's not a negative thing, but a lot of people were manipulated and bought right into it, hook, line, and sinker. And I think they have a right to know. We're not all perfect, okay? I'm not perfect, but I will say I didn't go out and do the things to the extent that that this person did. And with the amount of accounts, and everything else that this person did, I think that it needs to be exposed for sure. These subs have a right to know because they were subbed to that channel a long time ago.
Yeah, definitely, I agree with this.
And deleting your comments is not gonna do anything. It's too late because they've already been noted. So just don't waste your time. Just enjoy the amount of time you have left. Okay.
Yeah, before they're dragged off and hopefully wrapped up in a jacket that zips up the back. One of those.
Yeah, it was really mean, just straight up mean, and
crazy.
It was crazy, and it's just mean as hell. I mean, how old are we?
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I apologize for the mistakes that I've made. I'm learning, like I said, I've only been on YouTube with a channel. Well, I didn't even have a channel in December. I had a channel so I could comment. I'm learning as I go, and you can't grow if you don't have corrective criticism. And you guys can feel free. I'm different than some creators, and I have no problem with the amount of messages I get. I get to them when I can, but if there's something I can do, it's a two-way street on my channel. That's the way I feel about it. So, and that is me being genuine. That is who I am. That part of me is not going to change. I'm not going to allow the hate to change who I am. I'm just not going to.
Yeah.
We really appreciate everybody coming out
Sam
today.
Says, does anyone know about the Patreon going down to Reuters? Right, the Reuters thing, I don't know any more information on that, Sam. The Patreon, there was a ticket given out saying that this account is terminated. Right now, whether he appealed that or that was a genuine error on Patreon's part, there was a ticket given out.
I saw the ticket. I did see the ticket, and it wasn't mine and Bam's ticket, by the way. We had nothing to do with that.
No, there wasn't any further information on that. So I don't really want to speculate, but all I can say is if they did say that they were going to terminate it and they were in the proceeds of doing that, he may have appealed. That's all I can say.
And I'm sure.
When it's monies that's given to by the public and it's supplying the public with something, then the public does have a right to question. They can question. It comes under the Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah.
So, I don't know whether he had a stack of his people
Or he may have said,
say,
he may have begged them to not cancel. He made a mistake and didn't know the difference. But I do know that begging patron subs the other night to join for $1 and then go mass report, sub did come to me and she turned that into Patreon. So, anything from this point forward, we have reported everything that we know to be the truth.
Yeah.
I would never put up a video about lies that I
no,
intentionally lied about anything. This is what we knew to be the truth, and we had a very, very reliable source. So, I think that's wrapping it up right there. We can wrap it up, and I see that there's been a huge battlefield. We all have our wounds from it. And
hang on a minute. You're asking what a ticket is? It's
what a what is?
They're asking what a ticket is.
Oh, a ticket.
Whenever they give you an online
receipt,
confirmation,
yeah,
an online receipt. Yeah.
It was a receipt or an email confirmation of
No, it was a ticket. That's what it says. It's called a ticket. That's what they call it. You get a ticket. You go into a waiting list or something, and they say your ticket's next, and then they give you this information, and it's a ticket, and that's what it's called. A receipt. It's an online receipt. That's basically all it is.
And I think it was posted in some of the online groups, as far as I know. So it's floating around out there. I've seen it, so I don't know. But I really appreciate everybody who showed up today. It's unfortunate that others did not. Maybe they felt threatened because some of the mods are BAM's mods, and I've welcomed them into my family, and I appreciate them modding today, including my own Team Ninja. You guys, I couldn't do it without you. I've made some of the best friends on here, and some of the subs, the same thing goes for them. And it's the truth. It's not a kumbaya moment. It's the truth, and I really appreciate everything that everyone's done. It's been a long haul, and this is the end of the road. So I'm getting back to content and doing whatever we want to do.
Yeah, same here. When I can do a live stream to come on and have a chatter with you, I'll try. I will try and do that. And don't let the hate bother you guys. There's just so much gorgeousness and sexiness going on here. We can't help it. That it's always going to be around when there's gorgeousness and sexiness. But for all of you can support us. I want to say thanks to every single one of you.
We definitely have some bombshell subs, that's for sure.
Oh, yes. With bombshell creators like myself and yourself, yes. No, guys, stay away from the hate.
Yeah.
It ain't even worth defending. If you see it, just think and walk on.
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard to do. But you know what? Like last night, one of my comments were hidden when I was trying to defend myself. And I sat here and I rewrote it. And then I got a screenshot from somebody who brought it to me and said, "Where's your comment?" And sure enough, it wasn't there. So I'm like rewriting and hitting edit so I can copy and paste. And I'm just going to tell it like it is, and I'm going to defend myself. And it didn't go through. And I thought, you know what? Why? What's the point? That would have just opened up a whole nother channel war right there. And it's not worth it, because I agree with Bam. I never agreed with content on certain channels. I absolutely am against it. I don't agree with victim bashing. I don't agree with those things. People diagnosing without a degree, or a license, but it is freedom of speech. Now, maybe the victim's family, with their attorneys, they can work. I was looking in the States, if they had a deceased victim had the same rights. Well, the family has rights that take over for the sort of like the estate of the victim. I don't know if it's an umbrella policy, but they seem to have something in the works. So you never know. I know there's several things that are being put in legislation, so to try to get the votes for. But I do wish them peace and relief, and it's been a long, hard fight. I felt like it was for the right reason, and I feel like everybody put their heart and soul into what they believed in, and unfortunately, it's like a bunch of tired toddlers, because everybody's fussing and fighting at the end, but it's done, and you shouldn't feel bad about it.
Let me just say one thing, and kind of in defense of the people that even are seen as victim bashing, right? Here, this isn't like me sticking up for them, but this is me trying to be logical. To begin with, Weld County, in my opinion, they released far too much information. Way too much, way too fast. You know, we had the body cam walkthroughs and the interviews and the secret interviews and secret tapes and phone calls between, you know, mistresses and FBI. There was too much information given out. There was way too much. And unfortunately, when you give out that kind of information, that's going to give everybody an opinion, you know. And again, it's not like it's not me sticking up for anybody, but what I'm saying is everybody, like in our school, we've all got an opinion and they all stink.
Yeah. But the thing
And
is that, you know, it's not going on in the real world. This is all on YouTube and Facebook and whatever else. It's like we're all the ones that couldn't let it go. And all I'm gonna say is that, you know, they slowly dripped and released pieces. They shouldn't have done that. It should have been all for one and a big dump. If they were gonna do it, which it had to be done because of their laws, our laws, then they should have done it in one big swoop, and that would have been that. So it was kind of torturous, but I'm not sure that they'll ever do it again because they had applied for it to be private and sealed, and for whatever reason it wasn't. So maybe moving forward they will. I hate to see any other victims and their families do this again. I do want to report on things, but I do try to stick to the facts, and you know, hopefully it won't ever happen like this again. So maybe that'll be everybody's lesson learned.
Exactly. They should never release that amount of information again. Never. Because there always are going to be people that look at it from the opposite spectrum. There always are. You know, if you found the cure for cancer and you took it to your government centre and you reversed your car coming out and hit the traffic lights, right? Nobody would remember that you're going in there to give them the cure for cancer, but they're going to remember that you backed your car into the traffic lights. You know, there's people that are always going to concentrate on the negative. That's always going to happen. There's people that are always going to see it from the unpopular opinion. There's always going to be people. Now, do they do it for controversy? I don't know. Do they do it because they believe it? I really don't know. But with the amount of information that Weld County released, that's what we got on our hands. And I'd be very loath to have to get involved in something like this again. I'll think twice before I open my mouth publicly on anything like this ever again.
Yeah. Well,
the only good thing that's come out of it, really, for myself personally, has been all the lovely people that I've met. But
anybody that wants to come on here and say hello and goodbye because Bama's here, I hate it for you because you missed, you know, a good stream. We had some things that we needed to address, and I feel like something, you know, we've wrapped it up. We had some good things to say, and I think everybody's been heard, at least the ones who had the balls to show up, because I've been told that I need to grow a pair, but I'm a lady and I'm never gonna grow a pair. So anyway, so we've been on for a little while now. I apologize for the delay, and hopefully, you know, until they update this Wi-Fi, I have the fastest that we have available. But I look forward to whatever we do next, and I hope everyone will be there and whatever we choose to do.
Yeah. So thanks for all of you for popping in. I hope everybody's hope that's kind of cleared some things up for some of you, you know. And when I'll be back on, you know, feel free to ask me questions. But if they're questions that I've already answered, I won't answer them a second time. You know, so if you're not part of my channel and you think that you're going to be funny by coming in, my mods will just zap you before you even get near me. So don't waste your time.
Yeah, thank you, Bam, for being on my channel. And
no, you're welcome. Anytime.
And you know, maybe we can do this again in the future, and I hope it won't be for the same thing. Not as far as that goes, but as far as, you know, any hate or drama or anything like that. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, it would be nice. All right, so take it easy, everybody, and we'll see you all again very, very soon.
All right. Bye, you guys.
See you then. Bye.
All right, hold on. I do this every time.